What's going on, guys? It's Henry. Welcome back to the channel. Passive income. Everybody wants it. Most fake gurus will promise it. But in this video, as usual, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it with real examples. As always, I'm going to show you real receipts. I have my account pulled up here. So I'm going to show you specifically which stocks you want to run this strategy on, which stock I'm going to do this on in the very near future, and why selling puts is possibly the best passive income strategy in the entire world. Selling puts is safer than buying stocks. What most don't know, and the biggest mistake new wannabe option traders make, is buying options and losing money. Selling puts is getting paid to buy a stock for lower than the current trade price. Warren Buffett used this strategy with Coca-Cola, Bank of America, and many other stocks. So let's jump into my portfolio and look at current puts I sold, good stocks to sell puts on, along with important indicators for selling the correct put. Let me know you're enjoying the video by cuddling that like button, and rumor has it, it'll make you stupid rich. Also, I have a free email newsletter which has discounts and a free mini course I plan to launch in the next month in the description. Let's jump in and take a deep dive on making this bread. All right, so as you guys will see here, I have had a successful month of trading. I mean, Coin is a big position I've had in the portfolio, HIMS, Lucid, Net, Snow, but specifically I want to talk about SoFi. So SoFi is a position that I sold puts on, and this is a perfect place to start. So I'm up $125 on SoFi, and if I click in here, I want to show you guys exactly when I bought this put option and how much I've made since I opened the position. Scrolling down over here, you guys can see that on December 13th, I have sold the 14 puts. Now I sold 5 contracts for $130. So each contract is basically worth $26. Guys, if you notice here, December 13th is only 4 days ago. So I sold puts, and I want to show you exactly why I sold puts and how I decided to sell these exact puts. And it's expiring this Friday. Now this is passive income because I only clicked a couple buttons. But technically I do like to sell monthly option contracts as well. But going over this example, the reason why I picked the 14 put, this is really important. So if I pull up SoFi, I want to show you the chart. Now check this out, guys. Over the past month, I was taking a look at SoFi. I've been following this very closely in the Discord group. Now, if you notice here, this stock was a $20 stock. I mean, even $21. Now, in the past month, it's down 30%. So when I was looking at SoFi's chart and when I was taking a look at the technical analysis, I mean, you guys have seen that this stock has continued to break down very fast. In fact, 30% in 1 month is pretty insane. Now, take a look. December 13th, this stock was down to $14.37. So I decided to sell a put option because basically, when you sell a put option, you're obligated to buy 100 shares of the stock if it falls down to your strike price. However, for SoFi, I'd be super happy to buy the stock at $14. Plus, I don't even think SoFi can be $14 since this would be an all-time low. Now, I was correct because the stock ended up trading sideways and not really going anywhere from the $14.37. However, I want to tell you why selling puts is a win-win and it's a must in your toolkit, because not only does it make passive income and allows you to collect premium up front, it is also a non-losing strategy. Because think about it, only two things can happen. Either SoFi can end below $14 and you're going to be buying the stock that you want to buy. You don't have to use SoFi because obviously, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. You want to pick the stocks that you believe can't fall any lower. For me, that was SoFi. So I sold the 14 put on SoFi because if it goes lower, I get to buy a stock that I like for the price that I want and actually get paid for it. Now, if SoFi doesn't go below $14, which is exactly what happened here, then either way, I get the premium, but here I have no obligation. I don't have to buy the stock at $14. And in fact, as soon as today expires in the next 10 minutes, on Monday, I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to sell a 14 put again. So this is basically very similar to a money machine. You're just collecting premium week in, week out, or month in, month out, depending on the expiration that you want to pick. Now, I want to go back to my portfolio because I want to show you a few stocks that I love selling puts on. So SoFi is one of them, but it's also Tesla, American Airlines, as you can see over here. Now, I do want to focus on Tesla because this is the position that I have a lot of conviction in. Again, you don't have to use Tesla, but for me, I have a strategy that's going to make $105,000 on Tesla. But first, I want to show you how this position works and how I made $10,750 fairly easily selling Tesla put option. As you guys can see right here, I sold a 910 put option on Tesla. This was not long ago. I sold it around November 22nd. So this has been 1 month, and I've so far made $10,760. Now, one really important thing to understand here is I sold 10 contracts. I do have a larger portfolio. You do need some collateral here, but I'm going to show you some really easy positions that you can do this on. You don't need a big portfolio at all to sell put options. Another important thing to note is the Tesla break-even price right here says $899. Now, I've sold a 910 put. The reason why my break-even is $899 because I've collected $20 per share. My break-even price is basically $900 because I've collected $10 per contract. Now, the break-even price absolutely doesn't matter because if you want to own the stock and you want to buy it anyways, then the break-even price doesn't affect you. The only reason that Robinhood or any other platform will have a break-even price is because they're considering that you might want to close that put option and you're just selling a put option as a standalone thing. But I recommend selling put options for passive income on stocks that you really want to own anyways, because that way you really can't lose here. It's seriously just a win-win. So this is a strategy that I do every single month, and basically it does bring in about $10,000. Now I do want to show you guys a cheaper stock that you can do this on. Now I've got one of the best opportunities for you guys right now. So Palantir Technologies, I could have used American Airlines, I could have used another cheap stock, but I really like Palantir here because Palantir, if we look at the 1 month chart, it actually looks very similar to SoFi. I mean, the stock isn't down 30% like SoFi was. However, this stock is down 12.85%. Now Palantir was trading at $21.80. It has since fallen back to some really cheap levels. I mean, I didn't even think this stock would be below $19, yet alone around $18.45. So this is a stock very similar to SoFi. In the SoFi example, you only needed $1,400 to open up one contract, and here you're only going to need $1,800 to open up a contract. Now with Tesla, because I do have a larger portfolio, I'm able to make $10,000 per month. But honestly, even if you don't have a big portfolio, you can still make a lot of passive income. So really, step number one to making really good passive income is picking a stock. It doesn't really matter which stock that you pick as long as you have conviction in it and you don't mind owning it anyways. So step number one, we're going to pick a stock, which is going to be Palantir. Step number two, we're going to trade Palantir options, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to pick an expiration date. I'm going to go out 1 month in expiration. However, if you're watching this in the future and you're worried January 21st, 2022 is no longer available, that's totally okay because at any time in the future, you can just sell an option that's expiring in 1 month. So step number three, you want to open up the option and you want to make sure that the implied volatility is pretty good. So implied volatility is very important because the higher the implied volatility is, the more premium that you can collect. Here we see that Palantir's implied volatility is 51.85%, which is really good because I consider anything above about 40 a really good implied volatility for selling options. Now, step number five, you do want to pick a strike price. So the implied volatility isn't going to be changing that much across the 19 or the 20. As you can see, the 20 is also 51.13. So after determining that the implied volatility is good, next you want to pick a strike price. And for me, because I already think Palantir is a cheap stock, I'm going to go for an at the money option. Now for me, this is totally safe because I would love to buy Palantir stock at $19. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm also going to make sure that I'm selling a put option. This is very important. I've seen many students go ahead and buy put options, but you really want to get paid here. The way to make passive income is by collecting money and not by spending money. All right, so if you'll notice here, the total credit is $117. If I click continue here, it's $117 that you're going to be collecting on a 1 month option. Now, if you do the math here, $117 divided by the collateral that you have to put up. By the way, the collateral is $1,900. However, because you're collecting $117, you can subtract that from the $1,900 collateral, meaning that you only have to put up $1,783. Now, $117 divided by $1,783 is 6.5%. So in one single month, you can collect 6.5% passively by selling put options on a cheap stock. That's about 80% return annualized. So the last thing I want to show you is how I plan to make over $100,000 selling put options on Tesla. So right here, I'm going to go for January 2023. I'm going to go for the 900 strike price. As you guys can see here, I'm selling 5 put contracts. I'd love to buy Tesla at $900. My current position is expiring today. So on Monday, I'm going to be selling 5 contracts, and 5 contracts are going to be worth about $107,500. That's going to be collected up front, and I don't have to do anything else up until January 2023. If you want to truly master selling put options, then the best video you have to watch is right here.